Welcome to Plan 9 Crunch. I'm Doug Gibson, and today we're doing another edition of Plan 9 Crunch Reads from a Genre Novel. Now, we kicked off this series with Bram Stoker's Dracula, but you know what? We can't just do one from Dracula. It's too wonderful a novel, so we're going to have another excerpt, another page to read from Bram Stoker's seminal novel, Dracula. And we're going to start with a couple letters, because Dracula is written in the form of journal entries and letters and things like that. It's a great novel. So I'm going to start here. And this says, Letter by hand, Von Helsing to Mrs. Harker, 25th September, 6 o'clock. Dear Madam Mina, I have read your husband's so wonderful diary. You may sleep without doubt. Strange and terrible as it is true. I will pledge my life on it. It may be worse for others, but for him and you there is no dread. He is a noble fellow, and let me tell you from experience of men, that one who would do as he did in going down that wall and to that room, aye, and going a second time, is not one to be injured in permanence by a shock. His brain and his heart are all right, this I swear, before I've ever seen him, so be at rest. I shall have much to ask him of other things. I am blessed that today I come to see you. For I have learned all at once so much, and again I am dazzled more than ever, and I must think. Yours the most faithful, Abraham Van Helsing. Letter, Mrs. Harker to Van Helsing. Her response, 25th September, 6:30 p.m. My dear Dr. Van Helsing, 1,000 thanks for your kind letter, which has taken a great weight off my mind. And yet, if it be true, what terrible things there are in the world. And what an awful thing of that man, that monster, be really in London. I fear to think. I have this moment, whilst writing, had a wire from Jonathan saying that he leaves by the 6:25 tonight from Launceston and will be there at 10:18, so that I shall have no fear tonight. Will you therefore, instead of lunching with us, please come to breakfast at 8 o'clock? If this is not too early for you, you can get away, if you are in a hurry, by the 10:30 train, which will bring you to Paddington by 2:35. Do not answer this, as I shall take it that, if I'm not here, you will come to breakfast. Believe me, your faithful and grateful friend, Mina Harker. I'm now going to read a little from Jonathan Harker's journal, which follows this. Jonathan Harker's journal, 26 September. I thought never to write in this diary again. But the time has come. When I got home last night, Mina had supper ready, and when we had supped, she told me of Van Helsing's visit, and of her having given him the 2 diaries copied out, and of how anxious she had been about me. She showed me in the doctor's letter that all I wrote down was true. It seems to have made a new man of me. It was the doubt as to the reality of the whole thing that knocked me over. I felt impotent, in the dark, and distrustful. But now that I know, I'm not afraid, even of the Count. He has succeeded after all then his design to getting to London. And it was he I saw. He has got younger. And how? Van Helsing is the man to unmask him and hunt him out, if he is anything like what Mina says. We sat late and talked it all over. Mina is dressing, and I shall call at the hotel in a few minutes and bring him over. And the journal entry goes on. Once again, Dracula, read it. Hey, read it for Halloween. It's a wonderful novel. Bram Stoker wrote a great, great novel that is iconic and still read today. And this is Doug Gibson, and that's a wrap.